All right, how we doing?
Well, we're a little behind. We'll talk about last night's game. We got another great week of football, college football. Talk about the rankings. We don't like the rankings, but let's roll up the sleeves and get to work.
Let's do it, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
All
Let's go.
right, we'll
Let's
talk
go.
about last night's game first. Um, Patriots Falcons. It was one sided the whole time.
What the heck? I was just like blown away. I'm like, I was thinking it'd be a closer game. Like I figured it'd be, at least a game, not like what was it? I didn't get to catch all of the game. I catch like the tail end of it. I watched the highlights. What was it like three? Was it three interceptions and like four? It was four. Okay, so I missed one then.
Yeah, Matt Ryan threw two, Rosen threw one, and I think they had a wide receiver pass. He threw a pick. And they started off Mac Jones with like 5-yard passes. And then he threw the big bombs, and they ended up smoking the Falcons, and it was in Atlanta. And all week they were like, "Oh man, the Patriots, they're okay, but man, you better watch out for those Falcons."
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Again, it really shocked me. It really did.
Patriots got 7 wins now. Watch out.
I know. What
They
is,
matched their wins. They were 7-9 last year, and they already have 7 wins this year. They're gonna sneak in that wild card spot.
I think they do. Well, here's a bold prediction though. The way that they're playing, I think they might be the division leader again. I don't know. Like watching them play yesterday, seeing the highlights. I don't know. They may be a match for the Bills.
It'll be 2 good games when they play each other.
Yeah,
They play them twice though this year.
I don't know.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be, yeah, it is.
All right, now before we get to the Sunday noon game, we're gonna talk a little about college football. We are so mad about the rankings.
It's just like
look, Georgia's won. They're the best team in college football.
I agree.
Alabama's 2. And then Oregon, Ohio State, and Cincinnati.
I just think
I don't agree.
I just think Cincinnati needs to be in. I just do. It's just, I get it. We got the whole strength of schedule. I don't think Alabama deserves to be 2. I don't. I just don't. It's just criminal in my opinion that they're number 2. I don't know. Man, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that. I really don't.
It's not this Saturday, but next Saturday is like the big rivalry games. And Ohio State plays Michigan. That'll be a good one. And then Alabama and Auburn in 2 weeks. I mean, the SEC championship game is going to be Alabama and Georgia.
True.
But they want the college football committee wants 2 SEC teams in that Final Four, which is stupid.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Honestly, I think Alabama. I think they deserve to be in the top 4. I think we can say that. I just don't think they deserve to be 2. I don't. Ohio State, I'm kind of mole. I don't know. I don't know. I think it should go Cincinnati and then Ohio State. I think Cincinnati should be number 4. I really do.
So do I. And then our beloved Iowa State lost in a close game last week in Lubbock, Texas, a game-winning field goal, which this guy called.
Yeah. It's so funny. Maybe I'm probably gonna butcher the story, so we'll fill in the gaps here. We're sitting down on your I'm sitting on your couch. You're sitting in your chair. One of your friends was with us, right? Or am I?
Brad was.
Brad, there we go. Sorry, Brad, for forgetting your name. I do apologize if you actually take the time to watch this. So please don't hate me. But with that being said, I was just like, what did I say? I was like, what would it be? They're gonna kick. I don't even remember what I said, but
Iowa State scored to tie the game, and then Oklahoma or Texas Tech had a minute left. You're like, oh, they're gonna get the ball down to a field goal range to kick a game-winning field goal, and that's what they did. 62-yarder. Credits to the kicker.
the thing of it is like, you know, as an Iowa State fan, I'm disappointed. But I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, you know what? That guy kicked a 62-yard field goal. You know, like what are the chances? Like, you know, like what are the chances? Like, what are the chances of that? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just one of those deals that I wasn't mad. And the crazy thing about it is from when we were looking at it, did it look like he could have backed it up like a yard or two? I think
he could have made a 65-yard field goal easily.
I agree. I 100% agree with you there.
And then we got Oklahoma this week. It's going to be a tough game.
Who are they playing? Oh yeah, we got Dow.
Iowa State, Oklahoma. Yeah.
I think Iowa State is gonna. I want to root for Iowa State. I don't know. It's tough because like they've just been so inconsistent. They're like the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean,
they are.
I mean, they're like the Minnesota Vikings of college football. I mean, you look at that, like 1 week they beat Oklahoma State. And then the next week, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's been kind of a weird season for Iowa State. I know a lot of people have been disappointed, but I was talking to somebody the other day and they said something I thought was really interesting. And they're like, well, this is the first year we've been kind of like hunted. Like people like Iowa State is good. So it's like, I feel like our program has to get used to that.
Yeah, we got Oklahoma and TCU. I think we should win that TCU game. That's winnable. This Saturday, it's question, but Iowa State's still bowl eligible.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that because we got the 6 wins. I'm still sad about the loss. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. We are bowl eligible.
And then Iowa is ranked 17th in the power rankings, and they play Illinois.
And Illinois, if I'm trying to remember, Illinois is like nothing too special, are they? Yeah. See, that's the thing with college football. Like, it's so hard to like keep track of like all these teams. It's just so hard.
It is. But yeah, Iowa has their backup quarterback in. That's what the fans wanted all year. I think they're a lot happier with him. They should win. The Hawkeyes should win out.
I agree.
They got Illinois, Nebraska.
I agree. I 100% agree.
And then, hey, if they win out, they go 10-2. That's really good.
It is, you know, and I think you look at like Iowa, like, I mean, again, I'm an Iowa fan. I'm predominantly an Iowa State fan, but you look at like, that's a good record, a good season. I know it's kind of a buzzkill, you know, as being also an Iowa fan that we're number 2. But, you know, here's the deal. I was sitting here thinking about this. And do you think even if, let's pretend that Iowa was still winning, do you think they'd still be in the top 4? I just am wondering, like, or do you think that they would have dropped to like be in the situation that Cincinnati's in? You think they would be 3? Okay.
They'd be number 3 if they were undefeated.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. That's fair.
Yep. But hey, they're still ranked 17th. That's pretty good.
Oh, I agree. I think it is pretty good.
All right. Now we'll get to the NFL games on Sunday. Sunday at noon. We got 10 games. And the first one is the Ravens and the Bears.
The Ravens. I mean, I get it. You know, the Bears are playing a little bit better. You know, the Ravens came off that really bad loss against the Dolphins. But I just think the Ravens they have way too much firepower. They have way more capability than the Bears, to be completely honest. And I think they right the ship. I mean, I just don't see this being a game they lose. I think, again, I still think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to take the Ravens by 7.
Yeah, I agree. And then I saw Khalil Mack is done for a while.
Oh, I did. I completely forgot about
I
that.
didn't even know he's hurt because they had a bye week.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna best. I think the Ravens are gonna have a bounce back win. They didn't look good against the Dolphins, but I think they'll have a bounce back win this week with the Bears.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Next game we got the Lions at the Cleveland Browns.
Taking the Lions.
Really?
Yeah, taking the Lions by 3.
Taking the Browns. Taking the Browns this week.
Okay. I think, it's. I just think there's too much noise in Cleveland right now.
But there is. I think they started off with too much expectations.
I agree.
And then I don't think they met those expectations. They've had some good quality wins, but they didn't look good last week with the Patriots.
No, they didn't. And I think after losing 45-7, and I don't know, I think there's
because no Nick Chubb.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna shout out to Pat McAfee show pending Chubb. Pat, you're watching this. Love that. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna pull a stunt that they did. If Chubb starts, I take the Browns. If Chubb doesn't start, I take the Lions. Can we do that? Can we do that?
That's fine. It's our show. It's our show.
I don't think, what?
Go ahead.
I don't think Chubb comes back for a while though, right? Or is he just he
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about him.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm thinking Browns. I trust me, I want the Lions to win so bad. And last week they could have won, but they tied.
Can we talk about how ties suck in the NFL?
Very. And I don't get how NFL players are like expecting another overtime. They're like, oh, it was a tie. Do they not watch NFL when they're in college?
Well, what I don't understand about the I like, okay, here's the deal. Like, I like the overtime rules, how they are, except the time. Can we just go back to a 15-minute quarter? I just don't understand why we can't just add the 5 minutes back. That's it. And you know what? After that, I can live with, I don't know. I just think that having it only be 10 minutes, it's like, I think 15 would be fine. And in the big picture, like, is that really going to make that big of a difference? I mean, we already are seeing ties in the NFL. Like, well, this is the first one. What did we have last year? It was one tie, wasn't it? Or was it 2?
We had one. We had 2 a couple years ago.
So, I mean, I get it. They're a very rare occurrence. And I understand the player safety thing, but then tell me what we get the 17th game.
Yeah.
I mean, really, so and the thing of it is the fans hate it. So I don't know. I guess there's not going to be a good system. I do enjoy the college football system. I agree. But I think at the pro level, it'd be interesting to see what that would look like at the pro level.
Yeah,
because it would just be interesting to see 9 overtimes.
All right, next noon game, Eagles and Saints.
You know what? Sirianni, love that. I'm growing more fond of Sirianni. Go more fond of the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Eagles haven't won a game at home, but they're a good road team this year. I can't remember what the game is, but they went into Denver and I took them beating the Broncos in Denver and they came out good. I'm taking the Eagles as well against the Saints.
Yeah, and I think this will be a close game. I'm gonna take Eagles by 7. I don't think they're gonna blow
I think
past
by field goal.
by field goal. It's regardless, it's gonna be a really, really close game. Sean Payton is gonna prepare his team really well, like he always does. But yeah, I think the Eagles. And honestly, on my bold prediction, I haven't checked the playoff picture because I saw there was like I don't remember who was doing it, but they're already showing the playoff picture. It's like, really? I get it, we're week 11, but could we wait like a week or two, a couple more weeks? But I think the Eagles, honestly, I think they have potential. They got the momentum going. I think, they've got the momentum going. It's possible they could get that seventh seed. What do you think? That's my bold prediction. I think Eagles get the seventh seed.
Ask me again in 2 weeks.
You need 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going now. I'm pulling the trigger, baby. I'm gonna go Eagles get the seventh seed.
All right. Next game, the Washington Football Club with head coach Ron Rivera versus his old team, the Panthers.
Oh, and Carolina Panthers, without a doubt. Again,
Cam is back.
Cam Newton, baby. Can we go out on a limb and say that you called it, that he was going to go back and play for the Panthers? I believe last week on this show, we said it first. I get it. There's probably some insider news analysts that broke it a little bit later, but you know what? We said it first.
We did. And this is where Cam belongs. He belongs with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have they're going to retire his jersey when he's retired. They're going to have he's going to be in the Panthers Hall of Fame. He's an all-time leading passer. I think he's close to being an all-time rusher as well.
I think so.
And he had a rushing touchdown, and he's like, "I'm back!" And then he had a little 2-yard passing touchdown to Robbie Anderson. It was great, and they smoked the Cardinals.
Yeah, they did. You know what? As much as I want to say that the Panthers are gonna run away with this one,
I think they will.
Yeah, you know what? I just think with Chase why can I not remember that guy's name? The defensive end for the Washington Redskins. Excuse me. The Washington football team. Don't cancel our show.
Chase Young, he's done for the year.
Yeah, there we go. Chase Young. I think Panthers by 14. I want to say something here. I think the Washington football team. I think they're one of the most.
Wait, just hold on a second.
Oh boy, what's going on here?
I still got him.
Still got him, baby. Still got him. I just think they've been a really disappointing team this year. I think maybe we like to chat before the football season and just all the crazy predictions, but like I was picking them to be decent. I wasn't saying that they were going to be like this crazy good team, but I was figuring they'd be sub 500, they'd be in the conversation to maybe make the playoffs, but the Washington
Football Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went 7-9 last year, won the division with that great defense.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. He won with a losing record. This is the best thing ever.
Somebody could have won that division at 5-11. It would have been funny.
I think it was actually, now that you say that, I think we were talking about that. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if like a 5-11 team made it into the playoffs and then won?
People would be pissed. It'd be funny.
Oh boy.
All right. Now, next noon game is a division rival game, Jets and Dolphins.
You know what? Well, I want to take the Jets, but after Mike White, the way he played, and after I went, here's a funny story. I went out and picked him up on my fantasy team because I was like, I'm going to be that smart guy. He threw 4 touchdowns a couple of weeks ago, and then the guy, I don't even think he scored a point last week. I don't think.
No. And the thing with Mike White, guess what?
What?
He's injured.
Yeah, okay. He's not.
And they're gonna start Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Honestly, okay, you know what? I'm taking the Jets. I'm gonna believe in Joe Flacco. I think But here's the deal. I mean, both these teams suck right now. I get it. Dolphins, I get it. The Dolphins beat the Ravens. I understand that. But the Dolphins aren't a good football team right now. Is Tua starting? Have we just are they gonna start Tua? Like what? What's going on here?
If it was up to head coach Brian Flores, Tua would be sitting on a big old chair in a castle. But the Miami Dolphins are like, oh, he's just not ready. Let's make a trade. But then Brian Flores swoops in for his homeboy, Tua. I'm going to take the Dolphins on this one just because, I don't know, it's kind of a garbage game.
It is. It really is. I'm going to take not the Dolphins.
The
Excuse me.
Jets.
Jets by 7. I think with Joe Flacco in there, I think with the veteran leadership that he brings, I really do firmly believe that I think that they're going to get it done. But again, these teams they're not good football teams. I mean, I think the NFL, there's been a lot of parity and a lot of teams have played teams very well for the most part, but these teams are bad.
All right, next noon game, 49ers at the Jaguars.
I want to take the Jags again, but I'm not going to get burnt again. I'm taking the 49ers after what they did on Monday night. 49ers.
I took them to beat the Rams, remember?
You did. Yep, you did. You
should have put money on that. Dang it.
You should have. And I would have been like, yeah, dude, I'll give you like 50, whatever. Yeah. I think the 49ers, and I'm going to go out, but I'm going to be, well, you know what? I'm going to keep these scores tight this week. I think 49ers only by 7. Minus Trevor Lawrence with that interception. If against the Colts, they played decent.
They've been playing better as the year goes on.
Yeah, they've been improving.
But, you got a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback with the Jaguars roster.
Yeah, it's like, what do you expect? I mean, it's like, but I think there's a lot of positive for the Jags. I think they're getting better as a football team. They're gelling. Trevor Lawrence looks to be looks like he's getting more comfortable in there.
Yeah, he's gonna be the quarterback for the Jaguars for 15 years at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless he gets hurt.
Yeah,
I don't see him leaving.
I think Urban Meyer, he's getting better. I think he just had to settle in and stuff like that. So yeah.
I'm gonna take the 49ers on this one though. It's gonna be a low scoring game though.
I think 49ers by 7. I just don't. I want to say they're gonna win big, but nope. I'm not gonna get burnt by that. I think it'll be a good game. I really do.
All right, next noon game, another divisional rival game. The best team in the AFC, the Titans, versus the worst team in the AFC, the Texans.
The Titans. You know what? And this is a division game, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be close. I'm gonna take the Titans again. I'm gonna keep it tight again this week. Titans by 7. I just don't see them running away with it. I'd love to see them run away with it. I don't think so. I know the Texans. They're bad. They're just a bad football team. But
I take Titans by 10. They're favored by 10. I think that's pretty legit.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that's fair. I'm still gonna stick with my 7, what was
I gonna say? I still would love to see Julio Jones catch a pass.
What has he done this year? Has he done anything?
I don't think he's done. He hasn't hit no touchdowns.
That's crazy. Like when you think about that, I wonder how many yards that guy has.
I'm gonna guess he has maybe 300 yards in 10 games. It's nothing special.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, their stud receiver AJ Brown will have 1,000 yards.
True.
And then Derrick Henry hasn't played in 2 games, but he's still leading an NFL rusher.
He is.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. But yeah, Texans, they're just.
They're not good. I can't believe that. It kind of blows my mind. I was like, wait, what?
All right, next noon game. I think this is a good one. The Bills and the Colts.
I agree. I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't know who to take though. I'm just thinking. I want to take the Colts, but the Bills, they're good football. I think Bills by 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills by 7 here. Carson Wentz is playing pretty good, I think, with the Colts.
Mhm.
Um, but I'm taking the Bills. I think they're gonna. I think they had a bad loss a couple weeks ago to the Jaguars. They ended up smoking the Jets last week.
I know. It's
They,
kind of fun.
they smoked the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Texans this year. Like just demolished them. I think it'll be a close game though, set like a 28-21 score kind of thing. Taking the Bills.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's and honestly, we look at the Bills, they gotta win because you when they play New England, I'm torn. I'm gonna be torn on that game when that comes in schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So oh, excuse me.
All right. Last noon game. Your Green Bay Packers at the division rival Minnesota Vikings.
Here's the deal. I want to say that Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are going to come in there and just steamroll the Vikings. But here's the deal. We don't know what Vikings team's going to show up, right? Like this could seriously be the affair of literally by 3 or by like 21. So it's just one of those deals. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm obviously taking my Packers. I'm obviously going to do that. But the way that they played last week, that defense, we talk about how good Green Bay's defense is, like a shutout. Yeah, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to be bold this week. I'm going to say the Packers, they're going to win by 14. I'm gonna have faith in my defense. I'm gonna have faith I'm gonna say 14. I'm gonna be bold this week. They beat the Seahawks 17-0. I want to say they're gonna have another. You know what? No, I'm not doing it. Sticking, they're gonna win by 14. I wasn't gonna say. You know exactly what I was thinking.
It's gonna be close, but I'm taking Packers.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they made the Seahawks look silly the whole game. That defense.
And honestly, I think Russell Wilson's still hurt. I really do. Because I just don't buy that he's that bad. He did not play well.
Yeah, I guess we can get to it later with the Seahawks. But yeah, Packers, they'll win this game with the Vikings. It'll be close though.
It's gonna be one of those deals. It's gonna be a close game, or the Packers are gonna run away with it. It's gonna be one of those two. The Packers are gonna win big, or it's gonna be a close game, and I don't know which one it is. And it's because we just don't know what Minnesota team's gonna show up. And the crazy thing about Minnesota is, we've had a lot of great conversations about this. Is they're just a couple plays away in specific games, and they should be undefeated right now. So.
Yeah.
Interesting time to be a Minnesota fan. I think Minnesota's got promise, just not this year.
All right, the 3:00 games. First one is the Bengals coming off a bye week, taking on my Raiders.
Okay, you know what? Here's the deal. I want to know who you're taking first.
Raiders.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I just
Bengals only favored by 1.
I'm taking your Raiders, and here's the deal. I think what happens with your Raiders is this is going to be a good bounce back game. I love the Bengals. I do. Raiders by 7. I just don't. I want to go a little bit bigger than that, but I just don't think so. I think it's going to be a good game.
It is. It's going to be a close, good game.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a seesaw battle. I really do.
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree with you there.
Yeah, but come on, Raiders had 2 bad losses after a hot start. This is a must-win game.
It is. I love. It's funny that you say it because I agree 100% with you. It's must win for them. Like there's no room for error because if they want any shot of getting in the playoffs, because I think with that loss, if I looked at the playoff predictions now, whatever. I don't think they're in. I think they're still on the hunt, but I think they're number 8.
Raiders or Bengals?
Raiders. I think Raiders are right out of the playoff picture. I think it goes Raiders then Bengals. I could be wrong, but I know that the Raiders aren't in the playoffs as of right now.
Yeah, we gotta throw up more touchdown passes there, Carr.
You just gotta, be good. I mean,
Just win, baby.
just win, baby, love it. Yeah.
All right, now next 3 o'clock game. I haven't looked at the announcer schedule, but this is the Joe Buck Troy Aikman game, and they will be loving this one. Cowboys and Chiefs.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got it. There. Yeah. You know what? I'm taking the Cowboys. I know people riding high on the Chiefs. I get it. But you know what? Cowboys are playing way too good. The football they're playing right now is just phenomenal. CeeDee Lamb is tearing it up. He's keeping me in the fantasy realm for everybody. But yeah, I just don't. I mean, can you imagine what Dak is going to do on Sunday against that defense? I get it. The defense has got a little bit better, but yeah,
I think he's gonna have 400 yards.
I do too. I think he does. I mean, I think he puts up big numbers. So, if you're thinking about, I mean, at this point, you should just be playing Dak. But if you're on the fence, which I don't know why you would be, he's going to put up big numbers for your fantasy team.
Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys by 10.
I agree. I want to go higher, but I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think that's fair. I just think it's gonna be a good game.
All right, last 3 o'clock game: the Cardinals and the Seahawks. Battle of the Birds.
As much as I want to take the Cardinals, I don't know if I can do it.
Really?
Well, here's the deal. Like they sucked last week.
Kyler Murray wasn't playing.
Okay, is Kyler Murray starting? Do we know?
It's up to him. It's up to him. I think he will.
Yeah, he will. Then then Cardinals. Oh, okay. For some reason, I was still thinking that we're gonna have to play with the backup people, and I'm like, that's just not gonna work. But this is gonna be an interesting one. I think it's a close game. I think it's Cardinals by 7.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say about the Seahawks. The running back Chris Carson's done for the year.
Is he really? Oh, you're right. He is.
Yeah, Seahawks have kind of been banged up all year.
Yeah, they really have.
Yeah, I'm taking Cardinals, and they're still going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you there.
All right, Sunday Night Football. We got the Steelers and the Chargers.
I think this is gonna be a good game. I really do. I want to take the Steelers, but part of me says the Chargers. I think both teams have been kind of struggling a little bit.
Chargers are kind of like the Raiders. They started off hot and they lost a couple bad games.
Do we know I think Ben Roethlisberger is still out this week, or maybe he's coming back. I can't remember what the COVID protocol.
I think I heard Rudolph's going to play again.
Okay.
But, okay, Pittsburgh Steelers, look what you get. They definitely need to get a good quarterback next year.
They do. I agree.
They're a quarterback away from being a playoff contender.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm going to, I get it. They tied with the Lions. It was a rainy day, but Mike Tomlin and his coaching staff, they're going to have a good game plan. They're going to, I think it's the Steelers by 3.
I'm thinking Chargers by a touchdown.
I think
they have a bounce back win and get hot again.
I think you look at both these teams. I think they match up really well. I get it that if you go quarterback to quarterback, I think the better quarterback is Herbert. But I think you got Mike Tomlin and his coaching staff and that defense. They're playing a little bit better. I'm gonna stick with the Steelers.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go to head to head on this one then.
Yeah, we are. This will be interesting.
All right, and then before we get to the Monday game, just a couple notes. There's only 2 teams on a bye this week. The Rams, which they need,
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, they need it.
and then the Broncos.
Yeah, I think they needed it too. Honestly, I think you look at this season, and I think by the time each team gets to a bye, I think they need it. And I think the teams that are getting these buys in the later half of the season, I think puts themselves at an advantage. Not, I don't think it puts them at a huge advantage, but I definitely think it puts them at a little bit of an advantage. Just with the game, just with it being a 17 game regular season versus 16, which I know it's only one more game, but that's still that's still the wear and tear. So,
and then another note, my preseason MVP prediction. You might have to remind me who yours was, but mine was Kyler Murray. Who was yours?
I said Baker was going to have a bounce back year and play really well, and he's.
To be honest, the MVP is wide open.
It's
crazy. It's crazy.
It really is. I agree with you. I mean, Tom Brady's still always in the conversation. I mean, he's just always in the conversation. Aaron Rodgers is still in the conversation.
Lamar Jackson.
I could see that. You know who I would really love? You know who I want to see get the MVP? And I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name. He's the cornerback for the Cowboys. He's got all those interceptions.
Dak?
No, he's got all those interceptions caught this year. He's at
corner.
Yeah, corner.
Trevon Diggs.
I would love to see Trevon Diggs get it. I think he's played good. I was looking at a stat the other day. I want to say I think it was Rod Woodson, I think, is the last one to have over 7 interceptions in a season or something like that. So I think that's pretty impressive, especially in the league now, with the rules being more dominant to the offense and all of those shenanigans and stuff. Yeah, I would like to see him get it. He's not getting it, but I would like to see him get it.
He'll probably be Defensive Player of the Year, but not an MVP because the NFL is a quarterback-driven league. Once every 10 years, you get a running back like an Adrian Peterson.
I agree.
Or LaDainian Tomlinson get your MVP. However, it's a quarterback's game in the NFL.
I agree. Honestly, again, as much as I love the NFL, I just wish what we could do is if we could just tighten the rules a little bit. Can we just give defenses just a little bit more? I'm not asking for the game to get more physical. That's not what I'm asking for. But can we at least let the corners and the safeties and the linebackers, can we let them play the receivers a little tighter? Can we?
I agree, but it's not going to happen.
I know it's not going to happen, but just a little bit. I'm 100% okay. I get it. We got to protect the quarterbacks because, we see when your team doesn't have a good quarterback, it's almost unwatchable. And so I get it. We don't want to hit the quarterbacks too hard to get them hurt. I'm okay with that, but I would love to see it tighten back a little bit, a little more defensive. But yeah, it's not happening. I'm living in a pipe dream here. That Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Rams, it ain't happening again. I loved every minute of it. Everyone else is like, I'm done with this. So,
all right, Monday Night Football. Giants and the Buccaneers.
Interesting. Why does part of me want to pick the Giants?
Really?
Well, no, honestly, I'm not going to pick the Giants. It'd be funny if the Giants won, but that thought left my mind pretty quick. I'm not betting against the GOAT. I would be an idiot to bet against the GOAT.
I'm not
taking the Bucs. And here's the deal. This is going to be a monster game for Tom Brady, which sucks because I got to play. It's Jess is her name, right? What's the girl? Why am I forgetting her name?
Nikki.
Sorry.
She's got Tom Brady. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got Tom Brady. I lost this week. I just did. I mean, there's no way I can't compete with Tom Brady throwing 5 touchdown passes. I mean, I got Aaron Rodgers, and he's a bad man. And he's not going to throw 5 touchdown passes against the Minnesota Vikings.
No, but I'm taking Buccaneers. I think they have a bounce back win.
I think they have. I think they have a.
It was ugly against the Washington Football Club last week. Redskins.
I think they're going to have a monster game. What?
Giants had a bye week. I just don't see the Giants doing much this year. I think they'll finish 5-11 or 5-12.
I don't know. That's just one of those deals. They've just been such a disappointment this year. I wanted to see Heineke do well since he came from the XFL. I was hoping that he would play decent, but he's not.
Same thing with PJ Walker to the Panthers.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy too.
But yeah, the NFL is a different game.
It is. It's tough. It's good. Honestly, I think overall the NFL, I think this has been one of their better years, I think, in my opinion, in terms of just the quality of play between teams. I mean, I get it. We had the Patriots roll all over the Cleveland Browns, whatever. But I mean, I think you take a couple of those games out of the mix. We've got good games this year. We had a soccer game against the Packers and the Seahawks for a little bit. And then the Packers pulled away, but yeah, it's been a good year in the NFL so far.
Except that tie.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, except the tie. NFL, please get rid of the ties. Can we just figure out a way to not have a tie? I would appreciate that.
And I don't get it when people say a tie is good for the league. How?
Well, apparently somebody tried to explain this to me, and they're like, "Well, it doesn't count as a loss, and it doesn't count as a win." I'm like, "Well, so then the game didn't happen?"
Yeah, it's like the game never happened.
Like, okay, so yeah, but it still matters. When you go into the tie-breaking procedures, to my knowledge, I think it still matters.
This is such a low percentage. But starting next year, what if every single game was a tie?
You damn well. Here's the deal. You damn well know if that would happen. You know that's getting changed mid-season.
It'd be hilarious.
You know it's getting changed mid-season. You just do. Like, I mean, there's no way.
After week 1, it's like, oh, every single team has a tie. What do we do?
Well, ties don't happen. That's what we do. Yeah, I don't know. I wish the NFL would get rid of ties. I really do. Because I mean, I think when we were watching that game, isn't it when they ended the Steelers-Lions game? Weren't the fans booing?
Yeah, they were boo.
I mean, honestly, if I was a fan and I paid good money for that game and I watched the tie, I'd be pissed.
But they were saying, boo, go Brandon.
Oh boy, but I don't know. I don't think the NFL is going to do anything. I don't think they really I don't think they're going to do anything. We got the point of emphasis this year is the taunting penalty. Like, really?
It's going to go away next year.
I guarantee it's going away. Sean Payton hates it. And can we talk about how the Saints, like, what is up with the Saints and getting all the shitty calls?
All the what?
Like all the bad calls, like that shouldn't have happened. Like, they're just I think they're one of the most unlucky teams in the NFL on a call basis. Like, getting those calls to not go in their favor. But yeah, it's gonna be good.
The beauty of the National Football League.
It is. I love it. Yeah, I think overall though, minus a couple things, minus the good old hip check of the ref not getting a suspension, and the tie. I think it's been pretty good. Oh, sorry, I can't forget the taunting point of emphasis. I think it's been a good season. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Great to have the fans back. It looks like we beat COVID. No Uncle COVID going wild around the stadiums. Just picking select players this year.
Pretty much.
So it's been a good year. It has.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, we're gonna take her home. Whoever spends time with your week watching this from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. And next, we're gonna have some guests hopefully coming on the show when they decide to show up, whoever those are. If you want to be on the show, just leave a comment on YouTube, and we will contact you and we'll get you on the show. Don't you worry.
We will.
Yeah, don't you worry. You just say, let us know. You want in, you're in, baby. Let's go. And with that, everybody have a great night.